Okay, so I just did a video tour kind of showing how things worked and how I slept and whatnot, but I figured I'd go ahead and do a quick little video about what it's like kind of sleeping in this situation and how I spend each night. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. First, what are the pros? The pros are, I guess the two-door car situation is like, I get amazing gas mileage. I don't spend a lot of money on that. Another pro is that the cool thing about living in a car, a two-door car, and having stayed in one for the last 2 months is it really lets you know what you need in life. It really let me know what were the essentials in my life. And ironically, the only thing that I brought besides, essential clothing and and besides a cooler here to store food in, besides those two, all I brought was the gear around my passions, which was just video camcorder, MMA training gear, some workout gear, and then musical equipment and my amp and guitar. Like that, I mean, that's it. That's all I brought. And for the last 2 months, those are the things I've used. This is how I've been enjoying living life. And so another pro is I can go anywhere. This car fits anywhere, it goes anywhere. I don't have to worry about maneuvering a big giant vehicle. I don't have to worry about any of that stuff. So that's another pro. So let me jump straight into the cons. Con list is probably bigger than pro. The cons. Number one, space, lack of space. I totally wish I had the ability to lay down. I have not laid down flat in freaking, I don't know how long, like 2 months. I have to lay at an angle. Too much blood stays in my feet all the time. I think they sweat all the time. I've never had this problem before. Sometimes I wear flip-flops even when it's cold, just because it's like I can't get that even circulation. So sometimes what I do is I prop them up more in the passenger side, but then it's like I'm crunching, so like my body's crunching so much that it's like it's weird. I feel like my oblique will have like a cramp here and there, and so it's just, so that's the con number one. Con number two is, which is a pro as well, it's nice that I've learned exactly what I need, but it's like I don't have room for anything extra, which sometimes I wish there's a few other things I could have brought. I would have loved to have brought my fishing gear. I would have loved to have brought maybe just a few more things, but it's like I couldn't, so that's kind of been a con. And so I would say the space. What is another con? The other con is that it's very hard. Like this is a hard lifestyle. I do not want to sugarcoat it. It is physically, mentally, emotionally very draining and taxing and difficult. Getting out of my car is the hardest thing I have ever done. By a long shot. There's no chapter in my life where I have had as many of those gut check moments, or those moments where I had to mentally recenter and refine balance and push through some very difficult nights. I won't lie. I don't have the ability to bathe. I don't have a shower anymore. I don't have a lot of those things. So it's like, that's a whole new routine for me. That's a whole new thing for me. I think it takes, in my opinion, an incredibly strong person to do this. This type of lifestyle requires a person who has the ability to overcome difficulty. It's for a person who has the strength to not quit when things get hard. So, sure, I've made the point well enough. Now, last question is, with the pros and cons, everything together, is it worth it? Lifestyle, is this quality of life worth it? And the answer, I can say, without even any hesitation or doubt in my voice whatsoever, is yes, 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 yes. It is so worth it. I would sleep like this 1,000 nights if that's what it meant to pursue my dreams and passions, and to get to travel the world and to get to see people and to get to live my life as a missionary and witness to people. And it's like, it's just trade-offs. It's, where I would have been working really hard for a job to pay bills and rent and etc. It's like, yeah, I've stepped away from that lifestyle, so I don't have to log the hours into, a normal day job or cubicle job anymore. Which that is a luxury in itself, but that doesn't mean I work harder now than I ever have in my entire life. This lifestyle, I've never worked so hard in my entire life for anything. But the thing is, I'm just working in a different way. I'm now working towards things that are my passions, whether it's training MMA or getting to play music. There's been times where I've set up shop and played music live. But probably the number one thing I do throughout my day is in some form or fashion, one way or another, is just trying to share the gospel with people and trying to be a missionary. That's my calling in life. I'm not saying that that's everyone's, or that other people are as devoted to their beliefs or maybe they're still trying to get there, you know, or maybe they don't believe in God at all, whatever, you know. But just for me, it's like nothing brings me more joy in this life. Nothing is more rewarding than getting to do what I love, which is just sharing the gospel. It's amazing. I can't tell you how many people I've had just break down in tears as they're finding hope for the first time in their life to overcome the things they're facing and their struggles. And it's like you have these people who are just out of answers, out of hope, out of anything, and then you get to share a message with them that truly transforms them and frees them from like horrible things within their life. So it's like this has been a privilege. This has been beyond worth it. This has been beyond amazing. It's like I have quiet time sometimes in the canyon lands. I've been like up in the mountains, like in Colorado, you know. It's like I got to, you know, watch like sunsets in the desert, you know. It's been absolutely breathtaking and life-changing, and my mind has grown in so many ways. Like, it's time travel. When this lifestyle has led me to mental and spiritual growth that would have took me 5 years living an old routine life, just working a job and plugged into the rat race. You don't need that. You don't need any of that. You don't have to do any of that. You don't have to do a life that's filled with monotony and routine and boringness. Like, you don't have to do that. That's something you're choosing. But believe me, you know, that this lifestyle is hard. If you want the greater things in life, you gotta ask yourself, to what lengths will you go for them? If you want to live a life that's geared towards changing the world and making it a better place, you're gonna have to step out of your comfort zone. There's no way around it. So anyway, I figured I'd kind of share some you know, what it's been like, what, you know, just overall, you know, the is it worth it, the pros and the cons. Basically, you know, the pros in a nutshell are like freedom, travel, meaningful life, talking to people, etc. Cons are throwing away dignity, say goodbye to your hygiene, say goodbye to comfort, say goodbye to all your creature comforts, which, like, believe me, you don't know how freaking amazing it is to be able to shower whenever you want until it's gone. Like, do not take that for granted, to put it lightly. But is it worth dropping your old life to pursue a meaningful one, or your passions, or the lifestyle of a missionary? Yes, 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 yes. So anyways, just want to share that with y'all. Hope y'all have a wonderful night. Hope that somehow benefits you in some way or another. Hey, to be continued.